play for us, but why we like outside zone is just the gaps are consistently moving from a defense perspective, hard to obviously adjust to and fit things correctly. Forces the defense to play laterally. And obviously, we're trying to create some vertical seams. As you watch this, we are a lot more lateral than people think. And even just reiterating my thoughts yesterday with the Dolphins, just they were a lot more vertical on the line of scrimmage, a little bit more two hands. And I mean, ultimately, it's what works best for your group, what you believe in. Um, but it's extremely versatile and effective to all fronts, in which we have seen a lot more this off season, or excuse me, this past season. A lot of more junk, which I call it, a lot of trash, a lot of moving pieces. So just being able to block the multiple fronts has been extremely key for us. But just through our self scout, and big shout out to Jack Abercrombie, who helps me. He's my analyst. Cooper Williams, he's my offensive GA, the grandfather of all coaching. And I love him to death. And I talk to him every morning during the season at 6:15 as JB Grimes. And he's helped me so much in my career, just being able to bounce things off of people. I do think, and I don't want to get off topic, but for young coaches, just don't think you have it all figured out. JB Grimes is one of the best O-line coaches that I've encountered. He's had 40, I think it's 42 years of Division I offensive line play. And he helps me so much, just and I'm constantly trying to evolve and grow. So big shout out to those guys. And then obviously my guy, he's the tight ends coach at UTEP, Juwan Delaney. He's helped me quite a bit, also just continuously, constantly growing. But teams don't want their defenders to get out of their gaps. And as you watch this, our progression and how we do install, you'll see why we're pretty darn good at what we've done. But for us, and kudos to Coach Moore. Obviously, I don't want to say he's the little brother of Kellen Moore, because I do think he's going to be really, really elite in this whole deal. But Kellen Moore is the OC at the Eagles right now, but that's our offensive coordinator there. Really big believer in the outside zone. I think really turned the page about mid-season, and we just really hung our hat on it. So kudos to him for calling those plays consistently. But it opens up shots down the field. Obviously, just our naked protections, being able to move the pocket, all of those things have really been helpful with the ability to run the outside zone and really run it effectively. So, generally we have a ton of like pre-snap presentations, formations, shift. I mean, and just seeing the Dolphins and seeing the teams like the Rams, and we've got Cato Durham, who does an unbelievable job. He's our tight end analyst, just finding wrinkles in defenses, and hey, how the safeties are going to rotate. So I think those guys just do a great job conceptually, and just trying to keep everything for us the same in the box, which really is all this really boils down